A couple of weeks ago I have got a message from geekbind.com website. They wanted to know if I would be interested to review their products. I said that I'm potentially interested, registered in their system, and never heard from them anymore. And now I have got this package. I assume it's from geekbind.com. I have no clue what's inside, so let's open it up and see what they have sent me for a review. Okay, this is definitely not something I would expect from a Chinese website. Usually all these Chinese retailers are very greedy and would not agree to give me even a small discount if I want to review their products. But here I can see that these are somehow valuable items, so let's see what we have here. Some sort of a user manual, and we have here keyboard stickers for different kind of languages, which is probably nice for people who cannot type without looking at the keyboard. Here we have a stylus or stylus pen. That's interesting. Let's take it out. So this suggests then the laptop or tablet, whatever it is, has a touch screen, and the pen, well, I have to say that it does not feel like a complete cheap crap. It does not feel as nice as an Apple pen, but it feels pretty decent. Of course, everything will be tested afterwards. Then here is some sort of a laptop or a tablet, I guess, or maybe it's just keyboard for the tablet. So let's take it out and see. Okay, so this, I guess, is just keyboard for laptop or tablet, whatever they have inside this black box. What's weird is that I can't seem to be able to open it any further, like just like this, and that's it, which doesn't seem to be right. I would assume that it's supposed to unband fully, and I can't do that. Okay, I will figure out why it's not opening later on. Right now, let's take a look at the keyboard. The keyboard is not flimsy, like you can hear a little bit on the space button, but it feels actually pretty okay. I don't yet know how much this costs, of course, but it feels pretty nice. So far, I like it. The only problem is here, I don't know why, but I just can't fully open it, so I will have to investigate it later. And finally, let's open this black box where we're supposed to have a laptop computer. I have no clue what's inside. Okay, so this is a charger, and we here have all sorts of plugs for UK, EU and Italian adapters. So this is the standard one for Europe. Then we also have a weird one for Italy and even more weird one for UK. The packaging itself feels rather nice and very well packed and very well made. Nothing is flimsy, nothing is damaged. So far, as for something that I would receive from China, this feels better than I would expect. And here is the tablet or the laptop itself. Immediately we can see that it has glossy screen. I absolutely don't like that, but maybe that's okay. So on this side we have two USB Type-C ports. This is probably charging. I'm not sure if charging through USB Type-C works or does not work. Here is micro SD card reader, which is a very nice add-on. This is probably speaker output. And let's see what we have here. Another speaker output, and what's important, we have here two standard USB 3.0 ports and a microphone jack and probably speakers as well. On the back side, we also get some sort of a camera. I'm not sure how good it is, but it's there. So let's see what the specs say. The specs don't say much. It only says Intel, made in China, so nothing interesting in there. Let me try to figure out where is the power button. I guess this is the power button, so let's try to power it on and see if it starts or if it needs charging. It actually starts. I'm not sure how to read this logo. Is it DERE or DERE or DERE, but DERE. Bring your ideas how we're supposed to read this logo name. Let's hope we do not have any bloatware installed on this device, because if we do, this means I will have to reinstall the system. Okay, here we are. Finally, we see the greetings from Windows 11, and immediately let's go to Task Manager and see what kind of specification we have on this tiny laptop slash tablet PC. So let's go to more details. Let's expand it. Performance. Okay, the touch screen doesn't seem to be very precise. So we have here a Celeron N5095A, which is running at 2 GHz base speed. It's only 4 cores and 4 threads. That's a bit pathetic, I would say, but maybe for this size of a device, it's not a big deal. We have 16 gigs of memory, which is running at 2933, and according to Task Manager, we have 2 slots of memory, and both of them are occupied. What we have for the SSD, we have a 1 TB SSD, which is very good, and integrated Intel graphics, which is Intel UHD something. I'm not sure which exact version comes with this Intel Celeron. So what else can we check? We can try to check Device Manager and see if we have any unrecognized devices. Device Manager. And you can see that it takes a bit of time for this tablet to react. Maybe it's because Windows is still doing some caches and you can see that CPU usage spiking up and down. Or it might be because this Intel Celeron is simply not strong enough. So in the Device Manager, we do not have any unrecognized devices, which is very good. And inside sensors, we have accelerometer, which is nice. We have SD card host adapter. Then, oh yeah, we need to check the monitor. What's the screen resolution? It's just a generic monitor. And I will of course test the battery, but that's going to be later. So let's check screen resolution. Screen resolution. Or how do we search? Okay, yeah. So let's see, what do we have in here? It's actually 1440p monitor. I am impressed. I thought this would be a 1080p, but this is 1440p, and I can here change the zoom. So for example, if I make 150%, I have much more things fitting in this screen, but that of course depends how good eyesight you have. For some people, 200, the recommended one would be the best. For others, 100% is totally fine. For me, I think somewhere around 150 would be the optimal, so I still can fit lots of things on the screen, but I can also read the text, or maybe even 175. Anyway, this seems to be a pretty solid, interesting device. I did not expect to get it from geekbuying.com for a review. Of course, I will do proper testing of the performance of this CPU. I will also test the battery and the monitor, and a good solid review will be published on my channel later on. This was just an unboxing video and a preview because I really didn't expect to get a tablet or a laptop from a Chinese retailer, especially without notifying me that they are sending me this package. So thanks for watching. If you're interested to get full review, stay tuned, it will be available on the channel.